Greetings everyone on YouTube and welcome back to Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition with me, Kemsit, and of course we're going to continue on with the new DLC's its campaign with Cao Cao after we finished Liu Bei's campaign and previously mission 4, for we now have got some more decisions that we made that changes the next battle, of course, which is also the last one. So we've subdued the barbarian Wuhan and forced them into our service. You will receive regular reinforcements, elite tokens in the final mission. You recruited Zhong He, cavalry champion with heavy attack. He can be trained at the Hall of Heroes, of course. You forced Liu Bu into submission. He can be trained at the Hall of Heroes and blah blah blah. But of course, he actually is dead, or should be, so I don't think we will be able to have him here. But we will have 3 other generals already, which we recruited throughout these other 3 campaigns. Now we're gonna be playing the Battle of Red Cliffs. Just one step away from fulfilling his ambitions, Cao Cao invades the south to crush Liu Bei and Sun clan. Let's go.
Like a terrible avalanche, Cao Cao's army crushed anyone in its path. The Jing province crumbled, and Cao Cao's army absorbed its demoralized troops, swallowing them up like a piece of meat in a tiger's maw. Even the folk hero Liu Bei was powerless to stop him. Reunited with his sworn brother Guan Yu, he fled to the Sun clan and began making plans. However, the greatest threat to Cao Cao's plans was neither Liu Bei nor the armies of the Sun clan, but the mighty Yangtze. To take the south, hundreds of thousands of soldiers would need to cross this great river. But while Cao Cao had the advantage in numbers, the enemy's smaller forces were experienced sailors, and Cao Cao's increasing paranoia was only making matters worse. When a letter surfaced implicating his naval commander in a treacherous plot, Cao Cao swiftly executed him. Only later did he realize that it was a ruse orchestrated by the shrewd Sun general, Zhou Yu. Deprived of his most capable naval officer, Cao Cao would begin the battle at a strategic disadvantage. As he addressed his men on the eve of battle, he could sense their fear. I lift my drink and sing a song, for who knows if one's life is short or long. Mountains weary not of their height, oceans weary not of their depth. The sage pauses when guests call, so at his feet the empire does fall. As his words thundered across that vast expanse of flesh and steel, the soldiers stirred. They briefly forgot the years of campaigning, the pain in their weary bodies, and the disease in their swampy camp. For a little while, they had hope, and hope is a powerful tool.
Exactly. But Cao Cao is still going to lose this battle, and he's going to have a massive setback for a moment before he stabilizes and all that. But anyway, what we have to do is defeat Sun Quan and defeat Liu Bei. Hints: you can support a population of 200. You can build your own docks instead. You cannot build your own docks. Instead, you must seize a river fortifications to use against your enemies. Occupy unclaimed one by stationing troops. Then capture enemy one by damaging the tower with into 500 HP or less. Liu Bei's strategist Zhuge Liang is performing a wind ritual to give your opponents a fleet advantage. Hurry and stop him. Lu Chuan ships excels at destroying buildings and fortifications from range. Scouts. Cao Cao 1 Blue has arrived in north. His naval inexperience has allowed Sun Quan and Liu Bei to control the river. Sun Quan 2 Red has several camps in the southeast. He trains fire archers, Jian swordsmen, and builds a strong fleet. Liu Bei war chariots and Haiguang cavalry control the south from the fortified camps 3 Green. Liu Bei also has a formidable navy and may construct transport ships to send attacks and establish forward bases. Protected by Liu Bei's gods, Zhuge Liang for Xi'an is performing a wind ritual in the center of the map to give the Shu and Wu ships an advantage. Fortified harbors for 5 grade capable of building ships lie on the bank of and small islands of the river. Your commander, Sai He, 6 purple, was separated from the main army during the march south. This daredevil might be the key to breaking your enemies. Okay. Yeah, here.
Our army is larger, but the enemy navy is superior. I am sorry, my lord, but I do not think we can overcome the great river.
I did not pacify half of the realm to be stopped by a puddle. We will cross the river, take the beaches, and crush Liu Bei and Sun Quan.
We will capture these dudes for certain. And yeah. Oh, this is actually the place that we have to capture, I think, over here. Okay, where are the rest of these outer villages? Unacceptable. Get over here. Haiguan cavalry.
To control the water, we must capture as many river fortifications as we can.
Finally, we are reunited, Your Excellency. I have a cunning plan. A sneak attack behind enemy lines would greatly harm the Southerners. Give me some ships, and my men and I will do the rest.
Good! Oh, damn it, they've captured those bases.
Liu Bei's advisor Zhuge Liang is performing a ritual to gain the wind's favor. Stopping him will permanently slow the enemy fleet.
It's very important that we do this, but it's still a challenge here. Where's my archery and all that? Here we go. Do we not have a thing? No, I don't think so. Hey, wait.
喂，伐木工，正伐木工，什么？
伐木工、建筑工。
Perfect, my lord. Now, who should I attack?
Attack player 2.
Orders received. Onwards, to victory!
伐木工，建筑工。
Wait, what? He captured it back again? What? Godverdomme. Oh man, we really are gonna need a lot of wood.
伐木工、猎人为行什么？建筑工。
Your usurpation ends today, Cao Cao. Launch the attack.
You're gonna die, my dude. I really am need more wood. Damn it. Get him more wood, damn it! Sun Quan, you're dead! You brat. Stop it.
My spies report the enemy alliance is more strained than it seems. Capturing more fortifications will drive them apart.
With so many strong points under our control, the enemy alliance will surely break soon. Protect these fortifications with your lives, men.
为何种命令？ 准备就绪。
My ritual failed, so my life is forfeit. The stars have changed their course.
行，攻击是。
给我起来！
遵命，
People have suffered enough under your tyranny.
遵命。
Today is the day that the Han dynasty is restored.
You sure about that, my dude?
If only Liu Bei had not strolled around like he was invincible. I should never have allied with that windbag.
Cao Cao. 什么？何主命令？
Oh, you brats, surrender already. There we are. Oh boy, how come they're still not surrendering, damn it. You literally lost. I'm sorry, my friend. You have no chance against me. We're pressing on. He's nearly done for. Blasted aside. No idea why we didn't get this, but okay. Buy some more food. Get this going. Come on. There we go. You lost them all. GG!
I let the people and my brothers down. My defeat is heaven's will.
With both rivals dead, nobody can stand it. China will be united once more under the Cao family.
GG!
The Battle of Red Cliffs was not the easy victory Cao Cao had hoped for, but it was a victory nevertheless. Once his armies landed south of the Yangtze, his enemies could do little to stop him. Sun Quan was cut down as he frantically fled the battlefield. Liu Bei and his brothers refused to give up. Even as their armies routed, they held back the tide of Cao Cao's forces, allowing thousands to escape to safety. On that day, they fulfilled their brotherly oaths to die on the same day, in the same month, in the same year. Cao Cao was now China's true ruler. Many assumed he would declare himself emperor, but to his critics' surprise, he instead had the Han Emperor dub him King of Wei and protector of the empire. Cao Cao knew that declaring himself emperor would trigger another civil war, which was the last thing he needed. Instead, he took a cautious approach, mending the nation's wounds and slowly establishing his dynasty. By rebuilding China and stacking the imperial court with loyalists, he could ensure that no opposition would remain when his son declared himself emperor one day. As Cao Cao observed his accomplishments, he felt as though he had climbed a great mountain. He had achieved his greatest goal, but realized what he had often dreaded. There was nowhere to go from here but down. Letting this hollowness wash over him like a tide bound to recede, he recalled a poem he had written in anticipation of this day. Each season gives way to another. Days and nights become years. The years may pass, but without regrets. Only concern for the troubles of the world. Life and death have their purpose, and it is foolish to be concerned. Let us voice our ambitions with song, as each season gives way to another.
Exactly. Well, historically, of course, he didn't win that battle. He just basically lost his very heart, and he didn't manage to kill the three brothers because they died, each of the three, in a different way. Guan Yu got killed by one of the Sun's generals, and then, how should I say? What was his name? Zhang Fei got killed in another way too, and his other tiger generals, which eventually became known, got killed too. And yeah, Liu Bei just got also a horrific ending as well. And the Sun Quan clan also got a horrific ending as well. They did withstood for quite a longer time compared to Liu Bei, of course. Cao Cao, of course, didn't become emperor himself, but his son become emperor, of course. And they eventually gave way to another family who eventually established a new dynasty, and they just started to get things going forward. And yeah, you know all the story, but this was just an alternative manner if they didn't fail to capture the entire of China, because of course his entire ships got screwed up, burned down. He just forced retreats, and the entire army just, you know, how should I say, pierced through Cao Cao, and he just had to recuperate, etc. But yeah, this ends the entire story over here, so we're gonna move on forward to see how the Sun Clan, his entire campaign will be, because we're gonna move on to his campaign for this 5 more missions over here as well. And of course, here we're gonna be fighting the Taidong Zhuo, and of course in control of the imperial capital with the Sun Clan. But for now, this is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give it a like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new and wish to support it. Do you want to recommend something for good game together? That's possible as well. Just write down in the comments box below or join my Discord server so we can have a chit chat about it. Till then, I shall see you guys laters.